Watch this.
Ahead for you on this Friday edition of the 208. Art in the face of tragedy. A local artist is paying tribute to a Boise High student that was killed while riding their skateboard. The two never met, but share a powerful connection. A historic day in Congress. George Santos became only the 6th member of Congress to be expelled. Idaho's congressional delegation in the House was split on the vote to remove him. It's a perfect winter day. Snow, ice, and cold. Life is what you make it, and we caught up with folks that are making the winter environment a playground of excitement. Congress said goodbye to George Santos today. He is now the 6th member of Congress to be expelled from office while currently serving. The vote this afternoon, this morning on Capitol Hill was 311 to 114 with 2 voting present. George Santos was seen putting on his jacket and leaving the chamber before the final vote total was even announced. The bipartisan House Ethics Committee, they had published a 56-page report detailing allegations that Santos deceived his donors, filed false campaign statements, and used campaign money to fund his personal life and taste. Among the things that he spent campaign funds on were his rent, luxury designer goods, personal trips to Las Vegas and the Hamptons, cosmetic treatments including Botox, and a subscription to the adult content site OnlyFans. So the scathing House ethics investigation and the 23-count federal indictment charging him with crimes like wire fraud and money laundering, it all led to his expulsion. And some of you asked us early today as the vote was going on, how did Idaho's representatives vote on the Santos expulsion? We reached out to both Idaho Congressman Mike Simpson and Idaho Congressman Russ Fulcher. We'll start with Simpson. He shared his thoughts about his vote to expel Santos, saying, quote, "I did not support the first 2 resolutions brought against Congressman Santos because I wanted the House Ethics Committee to have the opportunity to investigate and provide their report findings to the House of Representatives." He continues, saying, quote, "However, the overwhelming evidence found in the report makes it clear that Mr. Santos' actions are unethical and that he is unfit to serve. This type of conduct is unbecoming for a member of Congress and has no place in the People's House, which is why I voted in favor of expulsion." We did not hear back from Representative Russ Fulcher. He voted to keep Santos in Congress, so a no vote on expulsion from Fulcher. We reached out to Fulcher and his office for comment. We have not heard anything back. Santos, though, has admitted to lying about his background, but denies any wrongdoing. He pleaded not guilty to the almost 24 federal charges. Another viewer comments to us today saying, quote, "Our representatives in Congress were split. Simpson voted for common decency to expel and Fulcher voted no. I applaud Simpson, but Fulcher has some serious explaining to do to ever get my vote again. Again, we'll try to get an answer from Fulcher."
Not being a computer geek myself, it is amazing to me how brilliant some of these youth are and what they're doing, and I'm just fascinated by seeing the applications that they have.
Speaking of Congress, an Idahoan won the Congressional App Challenge this week. Wondering what that even is? Well, it's a competition that started back in 2015 and is organized by the members of Congress. It's for high school students to get creative to make their own apps, their applications. And this year, Congressman Mike Simpson announced that 11th grader Victoria Dijev from Hillcrest High School in Southeast Idaho won with her water analytics app, Aquapulse.
Monitoring and predicting river water levels is essential for effective water resource management and mitigating the impacts of floods and droughts. Our app offers a user-friendly solution that empowers professionals and communities to make informed decisions, ensuring water sustainability and resilience in the face of changing environmental conditions.
The app helps monitor and predict river water levels, which is needed in the high desert. Victoria said she plans to enhance the app's machine learning predictive capabilities by adding more factors like precipitation, temperature, and underground water levels. We caught up with Congressman Simpson yesterday, and he said he loves that she chose a topic so important to Idaho's economy.
So I was very impressed by her both the app that she created and the subject matter of what was created. I would think it would be something that would be very valuable to water users throughout the state, both communities that depend on water that we either draw from the aquifer or from groundwater, and to agriculture and to other things.
Congressman Simpson said he is proud of Victoria and hopes that he gets to meet with her when he is back in Idaho around Christmas time. There is another name in Idaho's Republican caucus. Here we are today. Chris Christie officially declared candidacy for the 2024 presidential GOP caucus in Idaho. Christie is the former governor of New Jersey. There are now 5 candidates for the GOP caucus in March: former President Donald Trump, Ron DeSantis, Nikki Haley, Vivek Ramaswamy, and now Chris Christie. The caucus will be on March 2nd of next year. It's that time of the show where we answer your questions. We'll get to this. Remember the giving vending machine that we highlighted on Giving Tuesday? The one located in Jump in downtown Boise. It works just like a regular vending machine, but instead of getting a snack, you get a card that says you have donated to a local community charity. Richard in Meridian had a question for us about it. He was wondering if the giving machine holds back what percentage of funds, 1% or 5%? Well, Richard, we reached out to the Idaho Community Foundation to find out, and they tell us today that there is a small fee, but there is one. And we asked about how small it is, but basically they explained that this is the same type of fee that you would have on an online giving platform. So there's your answer. But thank you for your questions as always. We'd love to answer them on the 208. Keep them coming. All right, there is a lot going on around the 208 on this Friday, including some fun in the snow and a lot of tree lightings. Sophia Bliss has the 411.
If you prayed for snow, then good work, because it is finally here, and Tamarack is taking advantage of it. This weekend, the resort is opening the Discovery Chairlift from 9 to 4. Lift tickets are $15 for non-boundless pass holders. We don't know when they'll open for the season yet, but stay tuned. Brundage is opening early this weekend too. The Easy Street Chairlift will be open Saturday and Sunday from 9 until 4. Tickets are $5. All parking will be in the upper main lot. And finally, Bogus Basin will open again Saturday and Sunday from 9 to 4:30. They're opening the Deer Point Express Chairlift. Adult lift tickets are $49. If the snow puts you in the holiday spirit, then you're not alone. This weekend is jam-packed with none other than tree lightings. First up tonight is the annual Meridian Winter Lights Parade and tree lighting. The parade begins at 7 o'clock, with the tree lighting happening at Generations Plaza after the parade. Also tonight, the city of McCall will light their holiday tree at 5:30 at Art Roberts Park in downtown McCall. There will be live music, and Santa will be there for selfies. Tomorrow, it's Eagles' turn. Their tree lighting party is from 1 to 6 at Heritage Park, with the tree lighting happening at 5:30. Bring the family for live music, a holiday market, and horse-drawn carriage rides. Santa will make his way there too. And don't forget, the annual Boise Holiday Parade is tomorrow. Head to downtown Boise at 10 a.m. to see Santa before he heads over to Eagle for their tree lighting. If you can't make it down, watch it right here on KTVB. And that's the 411 on the 208. I'm Sophia Bliss.
It's Friday, so you can guess what else is going on around the 208. Lots of things to do. From skiing to 4 different ways you can see Santa, we've got your weekend covered after the break. Already have plans? Tell us about them, or anything else about the show. Text us at 208-321-5614 with your name and hashtag the 208. Keep them clean, concise, and clever, and we'll show you some of these live at the end of the show.
The long-live Jaden pin. So this was the kid that was hit on 16th Street. So his mom gave this one to me.
That's from a story we brought you in September when Boise City Council member Jimmy Halliburton had seen enough. He spearheaded a traffic fatality review task force to make Boise streets safer for bikers and pedestrians. But you can count skateboarders too, because the boy Halliburton was representing with that pin, his name was Jaden Zurikowski. He was a skateboarder that went to Boise High School, and he was hit by a car and was killed while riding his skateboard on the corner of 16th and Washington. Family and friends, they formed a makeshift memorial at the intersection. But now, Andrew Bartline shows us how one local Boise artist is cementing the boy's legacy on the block, too.
A picture's been said to be worth 1,000 words. But on the corner of 16th and Washington, this mural's value is defined by what fits on a traffic light.
Jaden Zurikowski.
Priceless. It's Hawk Salen's brushstrokes that now hold a high schooler's legacy.
The flowers representing his growth.
Blossomed and picked far too soon.
Jaden was on his way to his Boise High orientation.
He was skateboarding, and while each passage on the post holds its place in the collective 1,000, this story can be explained with just 3.
It's a super heavy thing for anybody to encounter that situation.
Hawk admits they didn't know each other personally.
Somebody had come up with the idea of maybe doing a memorial mural for him in this area.
And maybe it was how it happened.
I've been skateboarding for a long time.
Or where Jaden was going.
I also went to Boise High.
Or even their names.
His nickname was Bird. Most people know me as Hawk.
But he just knew he had to do it.
There's just a lot of things that connected us and were parallels, so it seemed right.
Because through Hawk's career, Jaden isn't the only flower in his bouquet.
We've done memorials for him and others, over the years, so it's obviously sad and tragic, but it's one way to connect with the community and maybe do some healing at the same time.
Healing with whatever fits on the corner, whatever inks the post.
Not necessarily in place of, but in tandem with that. So, that's a spot where people have made their own marks, messages, left items, so this is just, adding on to that.
Now twice planted on the same soil picked, Jaden still lives. And for those still searching for the right words, Hawk hopes that feeling's found somewhere in the new 1,000.
He was a bright, complex person that was, could have been any of us, and so loved by the people that was around him.
Hawk says he worked closely with Jaden's family to figure out exactly how they wanted to visually represent him with this mural. You can see those pieces of flowers, how he says that represented Jaden's growth. Again, he was just a high schooler. He was young. There's also other things there that depict music that he liked. Skateboard was also part of that. And of course, his childhood dog, there's kind of a pug over his shoulder as well. And Joe, there is also a GoFundMe going on right now for the family in terms of they're looking at making that, makeshift memorial, for the lack of a better term, something more permanent, something more, not just words on the post, the public property.
So it is still there right now?
Yes, no, all that was shot today. It's all still there, and they're right next to each other on the corner, but they're looking to raise funds to make something a little bit more permanent.
Yeah.
So.
When you talk to Hawk, why does he do this?
Well, he's an artist. He loves art, but he said that he had a childhood friend as well that passed away when he was young, and that was kind of the first time he did a memorial. And then with this situation, it was came across him on social media. Again, he didn't know the kid personally, but he learned more about Jaden and was like, I'm a skateboarder too. My name's Hawk. His nickname was Bird. That's kind of a unique coincidence. But they actually had a lot of many things in common that it just felt right. And he said, why not do it? And so it's kind of a sad situation of a memorial for someone who passed away, but he's happy that he was able to do it right.
Yeah, well, that's definitely one I want to go check out. Andrew, thank you for reporting here on the 208. I know we just talked about snow a lot, but it was the first big one. So why not talk about it more and see how everyone was enjoying the fluffy flakes in the North End? How did you spend your snowy day? Maybe working? Maybe out there? Well, let us know what you think about the snow or anything else going on. Text us, 208-321-5614. Your name so we can give credit, and hashtag the 208 so we know it's for us. Remember, short, sweet, and smart gets you on at the end of the show. We'll see you in a few. Yeah, we got a lot of snow today, and with snow on the roads comes the snow plows. And the city of Nampa, they have some new names for their plows this winter, and they announced the winners of the Name That Snow Plow contest. Nampa Elementary School students, they came up with the names, and then the public, the community, they voted. So the winners are, drumroll please, Baby Snowda from Iowa Elementary, Pepe LaPlow from Lake Ridge, Oh Snow You Didn't from Ronald Reagan, Jack DeFrost from Centennial, Abominable Snowplow from Franklin Roosevelt, and Saltosaurus Rex, also from Iowa Elementary. You can follow two of those snowplows after major snow incidents in real time. We got a link on how you can do that right now at ktvb.com. And remember, Ada County Highway District still needs your help naming 3 of their snowplows. You can find a link to submit your suggestions on our website, ktvb.com. Make sure you do it by December 6th. Then the people will cast their votes starting on the 8th. The winners get $100 gift cards. You can find out if your name won coming up on December 13th. Rick?
Let's see, no-go Joe on the snow? There's one. Okay, we can have that, huh? Come on. Well, let's talk about some of this snow that we were visiting about earlier today. Here's the Sawtooth camera on Stanley. see the snow around the area, and you can see the overcast through there. So not a lot of snow yet, but they're going to be getting a few inches in those locations. If you look here at Tamarack, it was kind of off and on, but they're getting snow. Okay, so it's coming down in the area there. This is Sun Valley. You can see on the golf course down through here, still waiting on snow, but there's about 2 to 4 inches of snow in Ketchum and quite a bit more that could be on the top of Baldy. So we'll look forward to that. And you know, the storms around the area and the cooling temperatures down to 3 mile visibility for McCall, down to 2 in Ontario. We're still great. 10 miles is the best visibility you can have, but it's down to 5 miles in Mountain Home. And here's Jerome, which is less than a mile. So, you know, that's what really adds to some of the driving conditions around the area, the fog that's really taking place. Well, we've had a lot of rain as we've headed into this fall season. And just to let you know that the water year, which began the first part of October, for the month we received 1.25 inches rain. Is that a lot? Well, the average is 0.81, so we're about a half an inch above average there. In November, we had 1.19. The average is 1.18. Boy, that's really close, right along through there. But then in December, this is what we've had so far. We're going to be adding to that this weekend. We could have another 3/4 of an inch. We could get close to 1 inch of rain by Monday. Okay, that's snow melted down as well as rain that's coming into the area. The average is 1.53. Of course, you'd expect quite a bit more for the month of December, but that gets us off to a fantastic start. So here's a warning. This area along through here for snow. Heavy snow, winter storm warning that's in effect until Sunday at 5 o'clock, okay? And that's where they're going to be getting all the snow, especially the west central mountains and the resorts there, possibly Bogus with quite a bit. Sun Valley will be getting sun, not as much as the rest. And here's an advisory that's up to the upper Weiser Basin for another 2 to 5 inches of snow there. Right now, things are kind of letting up just a little bit, but we do see up here to the northwest more snow showers that are coming into the area. It's all off from the parent storm here off the coast, so there's quite a bit more. This is your Saturday. Starts out with a little snow from the coolness of the morning or the cold conditions of the morning, then changes to snow. So overnight, there's this possibility as the temperatures drop, maybe 1 inch or so, or maybe a little bit more, some of the mountains could have still some incredible snow. As it rains in the valley, it's snowing in the mountains. And speaking of the rain, here's all of the rain that will be coming down as you look ahead to this. Now, we're going to go all the way through Sunday. As you look at that, you see it gets over 1/2 inch. Some places maybe 3/4 of an inch of rain. So that's why I bring up the water year. 7-day forecast shows the snow changing to rain on Saturday. Could be in the morning. And then you see rain, rain. Here's the day where a little bit of sunshine for you guys. No rain, but rain towards next week and temperatures starting to drop once again, but still up around 52 degrees on Tuesday.
All right, thanks, Rick. And I saw one of you text in that you're excited for the rain. It'll be coming, so there you go. But let's talk about snow right now. Yeah, let it snow. For Feel Good Friday, we are taking you to Camel's Back Park, where our photojournalist, Gary Salzman, the superstar himself, he captured the joys of the first snowfall.
Ready to build?
From Los Angeles, and this is my second time seeing snow ever. This is amazing. Okay, I got some eye holes here.
A lot of great comments to get to, so let's jump right in here to finish the week. This person says, I'm a registered Republican and have never voted for Fulcher. His latest failure to vote yes to kick Santos out is despicable. We need someone with integrity to represent us. That's from Clarence. This person says, Russ Fulcher continues to show us he is a Washington yes man and is not in touch with Idaho. That is from Dennis. This person says, congrats to the girl who won the app challenge, the Aqua Pause. That's from Scott in Boise. Scott, we agree. Congratulations. This person says, I spent the day with our North End students taking a science quiz while watching the flakes pour down. Yep, they were hoping for a snow day. Kids are itching to get out and play. That's from Jensen. Yes, I agree. Get the kids a snow day, hopefully soon. This person says, I didn't have the heart to tell my new neighbor from California in his new snow outfit and hat that the snow will be melted by tomorrow. Nice new shovel. Reminds me, Elliot, of when everyone rushed out and bought the snow blowers in 2017, 2018. Phyllis writes in, I'm 82 years young and spent my first snow day this winter stuck in my house. So I'm going to go hang out with Phyllis. Got to go visit people. And then this person says for their weekend plans, they're brewing a festive beer and watching the Broncos win the Mountain West Championship. We will be too. We'll see you on Monday.